my goodness. I have waited so long for this hero, and he's finally here. Okay, nerding out aside, well, we'll just jump straight into it. The visual design, I think, is really nice here. The color choice is amazing, you know, gives off those old school circus vibes with the red and white and the gold. And he's not like your ordinary like human. I thought this guy from the trailers and the promo art, I thought he was just gonna be, you know, a normal human guy, maybe with just like, you know, paler skin than usual. But no, this is an automaton. He is a robot essentially, a clockwork creature, as you can see right there in that little window in his chest. You can see that how there's like, you know, gears turning, and there's that weird blue glow, which we'll get into later. But yeah, everything about this guy is very, very sick. I like how huge his hands are, how he stands, his shoulder pauldrons. You know, he looks a bit skinny, and I think these elements, you know, really help when you look at him from above, especially the cape. Not to mention, you might notice that he's kind of walking a bit weird. Like, he's always walking like he's looking up at the sky. This could be for a few reasons. One reason is that, you know, from up above, it's easier to see his face. And all that stuff. The other reason, of course, is like, you know, he's walking around like he owns the place. He's the Ringmaster. Of course, he's gonna, you know, walk with confidence. There, he did like one of his little things where he comes apart and all that stuff. We'll get into the voice lines later. Oh my goodness, we'll get into it later. But for animation, just like that, the twitching of and the like mechanic like rattling and all this other stuff is just so darn sick. I'm gonna get some spells action going here, because there's a few animations. Also, yeah, this is his in-combat animation where he's walking around on his walking stick.
Like a real boy.
And I do like how he has like his hand out to the side and out like that. Again, it helps with readability during gameplay. If it was just like down at his side, it would be, I don't know, it'd be kind of hard to like, you know, signify from someone like Void Spirit, who kind of has like the similar stance when they're idle. So the hand really helps. Let's see, the whip animation I thought was cool. I kind of wish he actually held the whip instead of telekinesising it around, but it's all right. I like the counter telling you how much damage it's going to do, and you know, it has its own font and all that stuff. The box, I think, is really nice, especially if you look closely. You can see he when he's going in, yeah, he almost like comes apart himself, and you can see the portrait changes to the box as well. Yeah, I really like the box animation.
The talent has arrived.
I don't know if this is a visual bug. I thought it was, you know, supposed to be red, but above it's like only gold. It's a bit weird. The dagger animation I like a lot. Has oomph to it. He winds back, and does he like hit it with a? Okay, no, he just like throws it. Yeah. And I like how when it sticks to a target, it like, you know, telekinesis and just sort of like, you know, floats and all that stuff. Of course, you have the wheel. I like the sound effects a lot. We'll spawn an enemy so that this can actually do something.
Oh, I got a spring in my step.
He's got a spring in his step, literally. Like the sound design and it just starts freaking out and going everywhere. It's such an amazing like horror thing. I can imagine, you know, if you're you know, playing against a Ringmaster for the first time, you have no idea what he does or what he sounds like. That sound is gonna cause a lot of chaos. And you're wondering what the heck is going on. So yeah, I really like the sound design. This like discordant, no pun intended, piano. Anyways, for the lore, the comic was actually amazing. Let me see if I can pull that up. This is not what I wanted. Alright, the comic. I thought the comic was so cool, especially like this intro art with, you know, Ringmaster himself just sort of looking over his shoulder at you with the knife. Oh my goodness, this was really good. A quick summary: his master, he's a traveling showman, and it was kind of, you know, that for years, you know, the Clockwork Circus and all that stuff. Before, you know, he essentially, you know, became an alcoholic and started to really, you know, drop down in his craft, and the people he showed his show to just kind of lowered in quality. Like he couldn't draw in like massive crowds anymore to like witness his wondrous creations or anything like that. And so yeah, it led to him just like, you know, losing all hope in his life and all this stuff, and you know, his marionetto attraction, this guy, just didn't hit the same, unless, you know, people were seeing it get torn apart, obviously. So then he gets super sad, beats up the puppet a bit. Some weird old woman comes saying he can make the puppet live with a miracle. He of course says, nah, screw it. And then that following night, he's out drinking when the witch sneaks in and applies this quote-unquote miracle to the puppet, and he's alive. And he wants to get, like, you know, the witch tells her go and be free, but Ringmaster's like, free? No, that wouldn't be a satisfying ending at all. And so, you know, during the night when he's back home, he's, you know, he goes into bed all drunk, and then he's like, holy crap, there's the puppet sitting there in the chair. But no, it's actually, see, this decision right here to make the Ringmaster kill the witch, I think, was a really unique choice that tells us a lot about the character. It basically says, like this guy, by doing this, he's saying, once your use for me has you know, dried up, once you no longer have use for me, you're done. You're just done. If you can't provide any more service, you're done. And that's what happened. Implies some really gruesome thing about this quote-unquote circus that he now runs, where he has to, like, you know, essentially kidnap people to perform in it and to watch it. And then yeah, he you know, his first ever, like, you know, assistant, he turns his master into his own spectacle for himself. And my goodness, what an amazing comic. How do I return to the demo? I assume I just have to go here. Okay. Anyways, you can see this quote-unquote miracle, like, inside him right now with the blue glow and you know, in his walking stick, cane. It's more of a cane. One thing to note, that this blue is like the exact same shade of blue as as like Abaddon's horse, or you know, the particle effects for Izol, the font of Avernus, as it were. And you can see, like, in his cane, it's like this thing. It's almost like a fire rising up, which, you know, implies that the House of Avernus probably had something to do with this. Anyways, I suppose I'll talk about the voice lines now. They got John Delancey to voice this guy, and I don't think they could have gotten a better voice actor for this role. He's known for his famous roles as Q from Star Trek and Discord from My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. And my goodness, the performance he gives is such an amazing performance. Like, I remember listening to his monologue and just, you know, being taken aback by this guy's, like, voice performance. He's such, like, it's such a creepy little, so fitting voice. There's no way I can really explain it. But yeah, John Delancey was an amazing pick for this role. Honestly, this guy, for my top 10 most visually designed heroes, I'm probably not going to remake the video, but if I were, this guy would take the number 3 spot and boot Meepo out of the top 10. Yeah, yep, this guy would easily make top 3. Easily be top 3. Oh, he might be number 2, actually. Yeah, this guy's number 2. So yeah, that is my unscripted review of Ringmaster. My first initial thoughts about this guy. I really like the lore, really like the visual design, everything about him. Haven't cared too much to review his gameplay. Well, you know, I don't really do gameplay content, so it would make sense. But I think the spells are neat. This is obviously like a position 5 hero. Anyways, I'll stop rambling on. Yeah, that's my review of Ringmaster. Really cool. Like him a lot. I'll definitely play him a lot. And yeah, that's all I got. God bless, and until next time.